Welcome to Shorty Super Coach, and welcome to my tips for this week. Shorty was just smashing some KO, washing me dishwasher. Some crazy scenes here. Some people would say whoever thought the day would come. You might be able to hear in the background, Shorty's just doing a little home remedy job on that dishwasher because, let's face it, it was in a pretty nasty way. I'm going to be straight there. Desperately needed a wash. So, look, let's see how the old vinegar and baking soda job goes, but footy tip wise, I'd love to hear how you guys are seeing this weekend. I said last week, could have been a disaster week, and it proved exactly that. I always thought it would be one of those ones where you either make some serious moves up the ladder or seriously struggle. And unfortunately, I've got a pretty strong feeling that I seriously struggled. I'll have a look at the tips last week now. Definitely pop in your tips as well if you've got anything saucy going on this weekend. Let me know how you're seeing it. But firstly, as you can see, 4 out of 9. Disgraceful. Look, Friday night, I reckon a few would have got that wrong. Hawthorn, very happy with that. Crucial tip. I'm thinking this is going okay. Don't reckon too many would have tipped the Giants. Then got the Dogs wrong. That hurt a lot. That would have cost me. Then Richmond getting up, really felt like I was in the negatives in terms of how everyone else was going. And just to top it off, I really thought if I could just get the Eagles back, we might be in business. But the Crows were good. Honestly, Josh Kennedy was up and about. They were all up and about, but they still managed to get it done. So I'm very confident that I will have fallen outside the top 10 here. I think I might have been 8th, 1 point, 12th. Oh, fucking hell. That hurts. And there you go. Who picked a 7? Holy shit. 6s, 7 there from Kobe. Liam, he's on top by 1. And yeah, look, Peter was the same as me with a 4, so was Chodas. Oh, me and Chappie there just next to each other. It's going to be tight there. But look, for a while, I really thought last week I was still a chance to make top 5. Maybe pinch it, you never know. Because last week was a genuine week you could make up 3 tips, which is pretty rare. But it went the other way for me. So I think in another world, I could have been on 128. A couple of these guys, I could have been top 5. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, mate. If anyone picked more than 7, I'll go nuts here. What was the top one for there? You go, 7. A few 7s, so well played there. Cause, Flag, Cromp, Seb, Kobe, Daniel mentioned. Fuck no, did it as well. But let's take a look at this week's tips. How did I go in the Coles one? This is the work footy tips, and I'm 3 behind, and I'm 4 behind. It's all over. It's all over. Oh, no. That's disappointing. Oh, well. That's okay. Let's have a look at this week's tips. It's at Marvel, but you got to tip Brisbane. I mean, they played a lot better last week. I'll tip them by 21. St Kilda, they weren't disastrous against the Cats, but you can't trust them. And I do think Brisbane showed a bit more of their best footy last week. Going to confidently go the Dogs, particularly at Marvel. They'll be disappointed with their performance last week, but I think the Giants, like I said, I'll never tip them in a 50-50 game ever again. And it bit me on the ass last week. They continue to destroy my footy tips. Got to tip the Crows. They're going all right. For a young developing side, they're going all right. Slight danger game for the Cats. The Suns always seem to play reasonable for a bit of time against us in Metricon or at Metricon. So be interested to see how that one goes, but you can't tip against the Cats. Similar can be said for the Ds. This was a mouth-watering clash probably 8 weeks ago. We were looking forward to this one, and now the Carlton midfield just looks nothing like what we thought it would. They're not playing anything like we thought they would be. We thought it'd be a top 4 clash finals preview. The Blues, they need a win just to make finals, so crazy stuff. Pretty easy week so far. Dockers will get it done comfortably over the Eagles, even though those derbies can go either way at times. Got to tip the Tigs. They love it at the G. Hawthorn are a quality team on the up, but they're still young. You got to tip the Tigers here. This is probably the toughest tip of the round, this one or next. I'm going to tip Sydney. And look, I've probably undersold the Pies for a long time. I hope I'm not being too disrespectful to them here, but it is more out of respect to Sydney, this tip. It's, I know the Pies have been finding a way to win these close games, and I do think it'll come undone at some stage. But I just think Sydney are the team that's probably top 3 in terms of the form. I mean, all the talk's about Geelong and Collingwood, but Sydney have really had a nice revival this last 5 to 6 weeks. So at home, going to have to respect that. So these last 2 matches of the round is where you'll be able to make up a tip or two. If you're close in your work tipping, your family tipping, your mates tipping, could be these last 2 of the weekend that sorts you out. Essendon and Port Adelaide. Wow, at Marvel. I'm going to go the Bombers. Port really let me down last week. I really thought in Adelaide they'd be furious. They'd be hard to defeat. I thought the Dons would be tough. I thought they got going. Look, 2 teams who can't make finals, who thought they were going to make finals. It's not exactly the recipe they were hoping for at the start of this year. But I'm going to tip the Dons. Not a great deal of confidence. I can't sit here and give you a great reason as to why. But yeah, I just think I'll go that way. So feel free to put your tips in below if you'd like. Hopefully this new microphone's coming through nice and clear. I know it's coming through clear, but hopefully those volume levels are slightly adjusted. I've had a little bit of play with the settings on the mic, a little bit of play with the settings in Movie Maker, so we'll see how we go. But have a good day, have a good week. I'll be back, what will I be back? Thursday night with the preview to the round of Supercoach. Probably be talking Paddy Cripps replacements. That'll probably be the main thing. So I look forward to doing that with you guys. And yeah, talk to you soon. Cheers.